At Beckham to Beyonce to Eva Longoria, who's going to give us his tips on how to get the perfect manicure.
One of the best ways is to actually do a dry manicure. I know it feels good, it's the spa experience of soaking, but your natural nails are actually porous. So when you soak, they can actually absorb the moisture and even change shape. Then when you get your manicure, the nails dehydrate, go back to their original shape, and cause some of the peeling out at the edges. So when you're cutting your own cuticles, I recommend only the hangnails or excessive cuticle. An easy tip is to keep them pushed back. So let's say you're in the shower, use a little bit of hair conditioner on a wash rag and simply push back your cuticle while your skin's nice and soft. And then you'll find that you almost never have to cut. I recommend when filing the natural nail to use a file that is 180 or higher. The number on the file talks about how smooth or how coarse the file is. The higher the number, the smoother the file. What buffing does is not only does it smooth out and give you that meticulous cuticle, it's also going to smooth out the surface of the nail, remove any small imperfections that you have. And the smoother the canvas is, the smoother the polish is going to be. Now you want to be careful not to over buff. If you have large ridges in the nail, don't buff those down, because as they grow out, you're going to find that you get splitting in the natural nail. So buffing should be done very lightly and use a lot of care. If you start buffing before you take off the hangnail, you could catch it and pull it up even worse.
Oh.
So after you file and buff the nail, I'm going to use a natural nail prep. At home, you could use either acetone or alcohol. And what this is going to do is it's going to remove any of those little micro fine particles from the buffing, as well as any oils and moisture contaminants out of the surface of the nail. This makes a huge difference in how long your nail polish will last. Now with the base coat, I'm going to polish all the way up to the cuticle. This helps smooth out that area so that I can get a cleaner polish. And then with the color and the top coat, I won't. At home, people like to shake their polish up. Well, by doing this, there's little BBs in here that mix the color. It'll actually help whip air into the polish. It creates bubbles. An easy way to prevent that is simply to roll the color between your hands to mix the color. And then you'll get a nice, perfectly smooth coat. So starting here, by fanning the brush out, it'll follow the shape of the cuticle, come down, and then I go at an angle, and then just smooth it out. A little tip and trick is to actually, the least amount that you play with the polish, the smoother and the better the result of the coverage will be. To make sure that we have a perfect polish and that the color is the same distance away from the cuticle on all the fingers, is I'm going to use a nail brush, or at home you can use like an eyeliner. But take a small brush using acetone, simply go around the cuticle area and remove any excess polish that's on the skin or on the cuticle. If your nails are a little bit wider, I'm actually going to take the brush and I'm going to remove a thin line of color on each side of the nail. What this does is it creates the illusion that they have a much more narrow, elongated nail shape. And now, because the colors actually had time to dry during the cleanup process, you'll find that the color dries much quicker. Because sometimes top coats are designed to dry faster than what the color dries, and it traps in the solvents, and that's why you can still mush them or dent them later. But by allowing it to dry for at least a minute in between, you'll find that there's a lot less chance of messing up.
So you put the man in manicure.
Thank you.
That was a wealth of new information, so now I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching Bella Sugar. Stay beautiful.